Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Global Wealth Trade family around the world. This is Regional Ambassador Sean Haynes. Thank you for taking leadership for your Global Wealth Trade virtual designer mall business that, of course, can let you build a business to earn residual income all around the world. Now, tonight, you're in for a very special treat. Hopefully, you were on our very first Toronto Global Bootcamp webinar that we had yesterday. It was actually the first time that we had interactive training, both from trainers in Toronto as well as some top trainers from around the world. So it was absolutely an incredible day. And the young lady you're going to hear from tonight, she did a tremendous training yesterday on our compensation plan and really showing why our compensation plan is the absolute best of the best and how to build properly and how to build as a diamond to get to 10,000 per month. And tonight she's going to be training us on some very, very important topics that are key to success in your global wealth trade business, in particular using like and trust and how to approach properly to have great success building your GWT business, whether in person or online, anywhere around the world. What you're going to learn from her tonight will help you to success. So our trainer tonight is our regional ambassador, Sarah Wang. She comes from a book publishing background, but she always wanted to find a part-time home-based business to supplement her income. Now, she and her partner, Winnie Chang, business partner Winnie Chang, always believed in building a plan B when you don't need it. So they spent 2 years working their plan B in health and wellness MLM and experienced some success, but they realized the market was too saturated with all the other companies selling the same type of products. Now, it wasn't until January 2013 that Sarah reconnected with her friend of many years, National Ambassador Rene Liao. Now, when he showed them GWT's amazing products and compensation plan, they launched right away, timing and positioning. That's something Sarah talked about yesterday. But it took them 9 months to break their ties with their other company and change their mindset. Now, once they did that, they got plugged into the training system, applied what they learned, and earned $20,000 in their first 2 months. Now, I know one of the keys was they stayed on their monthly IA that entire 9 months, even when they were busy. Now, to date, they've personally launched 40 VDMs, and their team has grown to over 1,000 VDMs in 20 different countries and have helped their team to expand into China. Now, with Winnie becoming a new mother of a 6-week-old baby boy and Sarah facing forced unemployment in a few months, they don't need to worry, as GWT will now be their plan A. And I know they've said many times they want to retire their husbands. What lucky husbands. So my pleasure to bring on our regional ambassador, Sarah Wang, to give us a great training tonight. Are you there, Sarah?
Hi, Sean. Can you hear me?
Hi, Sarah. We can hear you loud and clear. Take it away.
Well, hello, GWT family. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, anywhere that you are in the world, because we are a global business. Tonight, I have the pleasure of, training everyone or sharing my personal experience with building like and trust and how that relates to approaching prospects. Okay. So a lot of us already do like and trust, right? If you have friends and family, I'm sure they like you and they trust you. So you've obviously had some experience. But when it comes to the business side, I find a lot of people actually don't. They rush into things and they forget about building like and trust. They skip straight to the business part. And the thing is, if people don't like you or they don't trust you, they simply won't work with you, right? So this is a very, very important topic, and we're just going to go straight into it now. Sorry. There we go. Okay, so building like and trust. you can kind of look at this as making friends or building your new network, right? A lot of us actually do this already, but we like to simplify it and talk about 4 important things that could lead to conversation. So there is what we call FORM, FORM. And what that stands for is family, occupation, recreation, and money. So every conversation contains form, whether you think you do it or you don't. And you do it every day. It doesn't have to be in the FORM order. What I like to think of is that when you talk to someone, you kind of see what the person has in common with you. Or if you're meeting someone new, you can start with any of the basics. So 66% of the decision to do business with you really depends on the like and trust stage and if you've actually set it up correctly. Sorry, I still have a cough. So start the conversation light. When was the last time you gave a compliment? Or when was the last time you received a compliment? And what happened when you received that compliment? You probably smiled, right? So it's an icebreaker. And people love getting compliments. People don't get complimented enough, actually. So you can simply start the conversation by, complimenting on what they're wearing or, their personality if you know them more. So you've got some examples are nice watch, nice handbag, nice earrings, bracelet, necklace. You get the idea. And actually, when we give compliments like these, and if you're wearing GWT products, people are going to naturally say, "Oh, I like what you're wearing too. Where'd you get that?" Or it draws their attention to what you're wearing as well. But it could be a generic compliment, like, "Love your dress," "Nice shoes," "You're a really outgoing person," or "You're very business-minded entrepreneur," "You're one of the most successful people I know," "You're a great friend and one that I can really count on." So these are, more generic compliments. And but a rule of thumb is that you do not want to make a compliment on body parts or seem kind of weird or strange about it, like nice eyes or something like that. So now just use form in all of your conversations, right? You don't have to say too much about the GWT family, GWT opportunity. Your goal is really to meet a new friend. So go out there and meet as many new friends as possible and expand your network. Ask questions and listen. So we're all born with 2 ears and 1 mouth, right? So we want to listen twice as much as we actually talk. And people don't talk enough about themselves. And what's really important is that during your like and trust phase, you definitely want to find out what their need or want is in life, or their why, or their itch, as we say it. And when you do find that hot button, you're going to actually, press it or scratch it, whatever, to kind of get them even thinking more that, yes, I need to find an opportunity so I can help or, satisfy my why. You can't give anyone a solution to a problem if they don't have it. So you've got to find what their problem is. And always ask open-ended questions. So some great questions to ask when chatting. So when you're talking about F or friends and family, some questions would be, whereabouts are you from? Or what's your background? Do you have family there? Do you have lots of friends here? What languages do you speak? You want to get to know them as a person before you even start talking about the business. Okay? And in terms of occupation, what do you do for a living? How long have you been doing that for? You must love what you do. Is that all you're doing? Do you have your own business? Ever thought about having your own business? Once again, the goal is to try to find out more about them. And you'll find that a lot of people, um, when you ask them what they do for a living and how long have they been doing it, doesn't matter what their answer is. When you say you must love what you're doing, chances are the majority of the people will say, no, not really, or they want to do something else. So this is your into the conversation. So for recreation, what do you do for fun? Do you enjoy traveling? Where would you like to travel to? Where did you go last for vacation? What are your hobbies? You know, with GWT being a global business, for North Americans, because we get taxed so much, having a home-based business opportunity, you can actually write off travel because GWT is available globally, right? So it's very possible that you can go to somewhere like Bora Bora and actually do business. And money. Ever thought about retirement? What age would you want to retire at? How much money would you want to be in the bank when you retire? Could you use more money in your life? If money and time wasn't an issue, what would you do? Do you pay a lot in taxes? So my personal goal is actually to reach retirement by 40, which is actually in a few years. I might look young, but I'm actually not that young. And you know, a lot of people are shocked when I say that my goal is to retire by 40. And then they ask me, what are you doing? Like I just came from a family dinner, and my cousins were talking about it as well. And she was telling me how in her part-time job, she works as an admin person for a real estate agent, and she just typed up a $5 million offer, right? I'm like, that's awesome, but you're not getting a single red cent from that sale. And that's when she realized, yeah, Sarah's right. And then she started asking me about my business, you know, so, and also with the taxes, do you pay a lot in taxes? As I just mentioned, we are so heavily taxed in North America, it's not even funny, right? So why wouldn't people want to look at an opportunity where they can actually save or maximize their tax returns? So here are some more examples of questions that you can ask. So have you read the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad? This book, has changed so many people's mindset about how they should, work for retirement or what they should do with their money. And if they have read this book, then definitely you know that they are open to opportunities. Another question, do you know what passive income, residual income is? A lot of people actually don't. They only know what they get in their paycheck. They work, it's linear income. If they work, they get paid. If they don't work, they don't get paid. But with residual income, that's doing the work once and getting paid over and over again. So explain to them a little bit about that. How's the idea of earning an extra $500 to $1,000 a month sound to you? This would probably help a lot of people, right? Getting an extra 500 to 1,000. And in GWT, if you like put some effort into it and just follow the system, you will actually earn a lot more than that. Wouldn't it be nice to own a McDonald's, Starbucks? But do you have 1.5 million to invest into each one? That's the thing, right? Everyone knows having a business with a system is obviously the great way to go, but with franchising, you're tied down with territorial fees and restrictions, royalties, and the capital to start your own franchise is, a lot of average people do not have that type of money. So you want to make them realize that. And wouldn't it be amazing if you could retire your parents? So my parents are retired, so I'd like them to live even more comfortable life. But as Sean said, my goal and Winnie's goal is, to help our husbands retire as well. Wouldn't it be nice if your children could attend the best schools? Renee has his kids in the best Montessori's in Richmond Hill and Markham, and it's always nice to be a parent and be able to give the best to your kids. Wouldn't it be nice if you could travel anytime you wanted to any place you wanted? Okay, once again, traveling is so key in this business, and you get paid to travel. So now let's talk about how this all links in with the approach section. So as I said before, I think everybody, a lot of people, especially new people in network marketing, tend to rush the building like and trust part, and they kind of go straight into the approach. And sometimes, people want to feel like that you care about them, that they're not just, dollar signs running around, right? So very important to build like and trust first, and then do the approach part. So with approaching, mindset is everything. If you go into this and think that you are going to share this amazing GWT product or share this amazing GWT opportunity, you're just sharing, right? Then everything goes right. The right mindset, everything goes right. But if you go into this approach and you are thinking, I'm going to try to get them to join my team, I'm selling them the diamond position, wrong mindset, everything goes wrong. And what you kind of exude, the energy that you exude, people can actually feel that, right? And if you go into a store that's commissions based, you can tell that the salesperson is actually coming at you because you feel it. Like you feel like you have a money sign on your head. And that's not what you want to give off to people. So if the opportunity is good enough for you and your family, isn't it good enough for others? A lot of people, they don't want to share this opportunity with their friends and family because they're afraid that they're not going to make money out of it or whatnot, and then they jump straight into the cold market. But this opportunity is so amazing. I made sure that my sister was on board right away because I could see this changing our lives, right? If Renee didn't have his sister Monica introducing him to this business, it wouldn't have changed his life either. So always important to think of this as you're sharing an amazing thing. If you give enough people what they want, you will eventually get what you want, right? It's all about giving, being generous. The more that you give, the more you will receive. And as I said before, you're not here to get money from people, okay? No dollar signs on people's heads. You're here to help everyone by sharing with them the incredible GWT opportunity. So, if they don't want to come on board, that's fine, right? But you've done your due diligence. You've shared with them this amazing opportunity. So be the messenger and not the message. If you hate selling, that's great. You don't really sell. You share. And what do you do when you watch an amazing movie anyways? What do you do when you eat at a great restaurant? What do you do when you find a great deal on something? What should you do if you found a great opportunity? You're sharing. You will tell people about this amazing movie. You will tell people about this great restaurant. You'll tell people about these deals. You're doing this anyways, right? So there's absolutely no difference between sharing those things and sharing GWT. So here are some sample approach scripts. But remember, the shorter the approach and the simpler the approach, it's more effective. Okay, you don't want to say too much. So simple lead-in line. For example, John, I need a favor from you. Or Judy, guess what? Or Humphrey, I need your help. The most important thing is to convey enthusiasm, right? You want people to know that you're excited about something, and then they'll be really curious. And when you ask these very simple lead-in questions, what will they say in response? They'll probably say, "What's up?" or "What have you been up to?" Just to get the conversation started. And this can be done on social media, emails, chats, over the phone, or in person. The tip is to talk slowly. And when you do that, you'll actually sound more confident. And take your time. Remember, the first thing you must do is build like and trust. You don't have to do the approach then. It could be the second or the third time that you speak to this person. Don't rush things. So script 1. Lead-in question would be, as I said before, "John, I need a favor from you." Or, "Judy, guess what?" Or, "Humphrey, I need your help." So you can actually say, after they say, "What's up?" or "What do you need help with?" Then you'd say, "I'm with a Toronto designer fashion house, and we are on a huge branding campaign right now. We're giving away $300 gift certificates to people just for their opinion of the products and company." Or you can say, "We're actually giving away $300 gift certificates to people who simply, log into our website and watch the Live Your Dreams video." The gift certificate is a really good way to drive traffic to your website, right? So you can say, "So John, can you help me with my branding campaign?" Now, when you're asking people for help, in general, they should be more than willing to help, right? Because if they say no, then it kind of makes them look bad. So once they say sure, you could say, "I would love to grab a coffee with you. It's my treat. Coffee's on me. Is tomorrow 7 p.m. good, or is Wednesday at 1 p.m. better?" You always want to give people a choice. You don't want to ask when are they free, because then they may not want to look at their schedule, or there's just too many choices. So you always want to narrow down the choice to maybe 2, right? If both times don't work out, then you give them a few more options, right? But definitely narrow down the choices. Now, in second script, you can actually say, "Well, I just received $500 of bonus very posh designer jewelry by becoming a luxury consultant, and so did my friends. I want to tell you about it." And then you wait for the response. And once again, if they say, "Sure, I'll listen, or I'll come look at your products," you say, "Great, I would love to grab a coffee with you. My treat, coffee's on me. Is tomorrow night at 7 p.m. good for you, or is Wednesday at 1 p.m. better?" Okay, so, people will be really curious. People will be really curious that, how did you receive $500 of free products? They want to hear you out, basically. Now, the third script is, "Well, I get paid to wear designer products." And, if you say it in person, like if the person's in front of you, then you kind of flash them your products, because you should be a product of the product. You should be wearing your products, right? And then you say, "I want to tell you about it." And once again, you can say, "Great, I would love to grab a coffee with you," etc., etc. Okay, so these are very simple lead-in questions and scripts that you can do. But it's really important to wear the products, because the products speak for themselves and they're great conversation starters. So script 4. For someone that may be interested in a business opportunity, or is looking to supplement their income, you could say, "I have this business idea that I've been meaning to talk to you about," right? And then same thing, you set up an appointment. Okay, there's tons of scripts. You can make your own scripts. The most important thing is to build like and trust, book that appointment, and you know, then talk about the business. So here are some simple approaching tools that we have. So once again, the $300 bonus gift certificate. So what's nice about this is that we no longer need them to actually go through a survey in order to get this. You can offer this to anybody worldwide, free shipping, as long as they buy over $600 on one or two fairy products, okay, and they get $300 gift certificate, right? Easy. And because it's free shipping, you can offer this to anybody in the world, okay, which is actually really, really nice. And you can also use, the corporate-made flyers or templates that are available in your back office for download. You can email them out if you want to have them printed. You can to pass them out. But all these are created by corporate so that it makes your job easier, right? To promote your VDM. That's basically your job, to market your VDM, right? And all these posters already have a lot of catchphrases, a lot of key things like start your designer mall today from $169, shows a lot of our lovely products. So you can use these and market your business. We can also use the lookbook or catalogs, right? These catalogs, it's jam-packed with credibility, right? We have all our accolades in there. So, for example, Preferred Magazine talked about our Fairy President timepiece as one of the top 10 masterpieces of time. It also has the Canadian Jewelers being recognized by Canadian Jewelers, which is a trade-only magazine. Regard Magazine showing that all these celebrities are actually wearing and promoting fairy on their own, like we don't pay them, right? So it's really nice to have all this third-party credibility. It's a great follow-up tool because you can put your contact information on this catalog and leave it at doctor's offices, mechanic shop, just basically anywhere that people need to wait, right? And they can contact you when when they have, like, when they see the lookbook and they're interested in more products, right? But if you actually give the catalog to a prospect, it gives you a chance to get it back from them and meet them again, right? Treat this catalog really importantly. Say that you want it back, give them a time limit, book that second appointment to get it back, and then see what their thoughts are about GWT. It creates interest and excitement. It also shows all the celebrities. So like the TIFF photos, all of our celebrities and how they're wearing the products, right? And it also shows our fashion show photos. Okay. We've also got some amazing videos, okay? And what's not on this list is actually the Live Your Dreams tour, which is phenomenal because it basically does the tour for you, right? Your job is then to explain the different packages and sign them up, right? But we also have the Emmys video, fairy fashion show videos, the timepiece video, and TIFF videos, right? So it shows that a lot of celebrities are wearing our products. We're generating a lot of buzz, and it's just really, really nice to have these videos. So approach objections. I'm sure a lot of us have gotten no's. I've gotten my fair share of no's, okay? But no does not mean the end of the world, okay? But for some of a lot of people, what if they ask you for more information? What do? You don't want to give them too much information in the beginning. You want to book that appointment. And especially if you're new, you want to have a three-way call with your My5, or you want to set up a live meeting, right? So bite your tongue till it bleeds, okay? A lot of people have trouble with this. I had trouble with this, but don't say too much. Because when you say too much, that's when people start overthinking things and they think they can't do it and all that kind of stuff, right? So bite your tongue till it bleeds. And what if they're really inquisitive and they say, can I know more? Or can you tell me more about how this works? Well, what do? Use an excuse or reason. Or if they really don't get it, then just send them some buzz videos, like the videos that we showed you before. But you want to sound like you are tight on time, okay? You're really busy. You can say, well, John, I'm pretty tight on time right now, or I'm really busy at the moment, or I have to get going. I think Renee uses his kids a lot as an excuse, like, oh, Leon just threw up all over the kitchen. I have to attend to them right away. So it gets you off the phone really quickly. But always end with, but I'd love to grab coffee with you sometime. Just book that appointment, right? It signifies urgency and that you're busy and you have important things to do. And as I said before, what do you do if they insist? And as I said before, just send them the videos then, okay? And let the tools do the talking for you. So here are some extra few points. And as I said before, what if someone says no, okay? They're not saying no to you. Jeanette always likes to say that they're saying no to themselves, right? Or the timing's not right. It's all about follow-up. But if they say no, great. Get that biggest no first, so the rest is easy. When I first started, I actually spoke to someone that was a part of a different health and nutrition MLM, and he was actually really mean about it. He was like, I hate people like you, always jumping around. You have no loyalty in the business. Stuff like that, right? And I was kind of like, what's his problem? If I found something that can pay me more, is better return on investment, and I'm not hurting anyone, then why not, right? So, obviously he was not ready at the moment. So I just, follow up later, right? But get that biggest no first, so the rest is easy. And you do need to get to the no's before you get to the yeses. This is very much a numbers game. The more people you go out and talk to, the chances are that you'll have a higher probability of getting a yes, right? A yes to an appointment, a yes to getting a sign up, right? And of course, the brown tree, purple tree example that we give, Lior always says that we're actually in the business of we're in the tree sorting business. You're in a forest and there are brown trees and purple trees, right? Now, a brown tree, the timing's not right. They're going to say no to you. That's okay. Just move on and go find that purple tree. Eventually, you'll find a purple tree. If you get stuck on the brown tree and you're trying to make it turn purple, that's never going to work and it's never going to turn out. And while you're doing that, people are going around you and they're finding the other purple trees, right? So our Chinese team likes to use the the green apple, red apple, right? So the red apple is ripe, it's ready for harvesting, and the green apple, it's not ready yet, right? It hasn't fallen off the tree. So you can't force a green apple to turn red, right? And same thing, right? With our business, you definitely need time for them to, change their mind or realize that what we're offering them is a great opportunity. So how will you know if they're brown or purple? And actually, sometimes what you say makes them brown. So you've got to, really plug into training and know and learn what to say, or learn from your leaders what to say, right? If you say too much or you say the wrong thing, even though they were purple, they might turn brown on you, okay? And the only failure in this business is not trying. Okay, if you fail when you quit, and winners never quit, quitters never win, right? So this business, it's so amazing. It's risk-free anyways. You get amazing products, you get tax benefits back. But if you don't give it a try in doing the business, you'll never know if it worked out for you, right? So definitely failure is in not trying. And once again, be generous. The more you give, the more you will get, right? So very, very important. And your only goal is to share with as many people as possible, so you can in the next 4 to 5 years really, build yourself that financial and time freedom with this amazing opportunity in GWT. So I guess that's all I have to share tonight. What time is it? Yeah, so if there's any questions, please raise your hands or type your questions in the question box. But I'm going to hand it back to Sean Haynes. Sean, are you there?
Wonderful. Can you hear me, Sarah?
Yep, I can. I'm going to.
Awesome.
Yeah, there we go. Oops.
Yes, thank you so much. Great training, Sarah. Thank you so very much. And I knew you only found out about this less than 24 hours ago, and you were busy tonight, but you took great leadership to train us for this amazing training. So thank you so much. I hope everyone took lots of notes, because what you learned tonight is very important to your success of your business. In fact, the first section Sarah covered, our CEO always says, like and trust is 66% of the decision of the prospect to join your business. So if you took good notes and followed closely what Sarah shared with you, again, and you can use what you learned on social media as well as in person for building your business to great success. So if you do have any questions for Sarah, just type your questions in. But in the meantime, of course, I think everybody should know. If somehow you don't know, we want to make sure you know. Coming up July 10th and 11th in Toronto, it's going to be absolutely the most monumental training. And this is the training that wherever it is you want to go in global wealth trade, this is the training that makes it possible. And, the aim of global wealth trade that our CEO created, not only to become a billion-dollar company, the fastest billion-dollar designer fashion house in history, but obviously to create 1,000 millionaires in doing so. And so why not be one? It's out there for every one of us. Why not be one? And if you decide you want to be one, guess what? This is where it starts, as the forensic networker. Even if you don't want to be a millionaire, I think $10,000 a month residual income for life, that would make life pretty good for you, your family, and to make a difference in the world. Again, forensic networker is where you need to be. This will take you to $10,000 a month. This will take you to a six-figure income and becoming a millionaire. Now, also, of course, at the same time, we're going to be having our Phase 5 releases, which is going to be the monumental course of direction of where this company is going to go in the next 10 years. So I think, again, you want to be there live to get those releases and what's going to be happening in phase 5. So book your ticket now. If you haven't got your ticket yet, do get in touch with your national ambassador or regional ambassador upline, and they can help you with getting your tickets because you don't want to miss this event. Now, also, at the end of becoming a millionaire, creating that $10,000 a month for life income, our CEO's ultimate objective is being able to give more. And so tonight is the last night for donating to our Nepal Earthquake Relief Fund. And so you want to go and donate. This is what GWT is ultimately about. I've donated twice. I know all the top leaders have. Again, this is how we give back. This is how we make that difference in the world through this incredible company to change lives. So go and donate to Nepal. Okay, so now we do have a couple questions coming in for Sarah. So the first question, Sarah, is how do you ask for referrals if someone isn't interested in the business?
So I would actually say, that's great. But do you know anybody that might be interested in this business? Like, don't be afraid to ask for referrals, right? If you don't ask, then you'll never know if you get any. Once again, we are sharing an amazing opportunity, and if it's not right for them, that's fine, but maybe they'll know someone else, right? So definitely ask for referrals and just flat out ask them.
Okay, wonderful. Now the next question says, I didn't get the 3 steps: like, trust, approach, and then the third step. So I'm not sure what third step that is, but if you know the third step, Sarah, the person is saying they missed the third step that comes after approach. Of course, this training is recorded, so if you did miss any part of it, don't worry, you'll be able to go back and listen to it again and again. Okay, so it doesn't look like we have any other questions at this time. So again, thank you everyone for joining us tonight. Now, of course, coming up Tuesday night, we do have our Fast Start training, which goes in French, Spanish, and English. And we also have Fast Start training for international markets of Africa and Europe. So it doesn't matter what time zone, what language, we have Fast Start training for your success and all your team's success on Tuesdays. So you don't want to miss that training. And want to thank our regional ambassador, Sarah Wow, again for this great. Good afternoon, good evening, and family. Take care till next time.